My name is Dainty Green, Certified Culinary Educator, Heart NSTA Trust. For this video, I will be explaining the procedures for preparing cold sandwiches. This video is very crucial to the field of hospitality, and as such, I will need your full participation. Let's get started. By the end of the video, you should be able to define cold sandwiches, highlight types of cold sandwiches, identify the types of bases used to make cold sandwiches, explain the procedures for combining ingredients appropriately based on flavor, customer preference, and standardized recipes, outline the significance of cutting ingredients and completed sandwiches, describe how to present sandwiches using appropriate garnishes and appropriate serviceware, describe how to store sandwiches in appropriate environmental conditions. Throughout the video, you will be exposed to the following employability skills: occupational health and safety standard, attention to details, critical thinking, communicate effectively, use initiative, and problem solving. In this section, we will be looking at the definition of cold sandwiches. A cold sandwich is a plain sandwich made from bread, preferably a day old, toasted if desired, and on which butter can be readily spread. Here are a few types of cold sandwiches used for breakfast. Simple cold sandwiches. These are made with 2 slices of bread or 2 halves of a roll, a spread, and a filling. Multi-decker sandwiches are made with more than 2 slices of bread or rolls. Open-faced sandwiches, also known as canapes, are made with a single slice of bread. Tea sandwiches are small, fancy sandwiches generally made from light, delicate ingredients and bread trimmed of crust. Wraps are sandwiches in which the filling are wrapped. Let's review what we have done so far. What are cold sandwiches? Cold sandwiches are sandwiches made from 2 slices of bread with a filling. List 3 types of cold sandwiches. Wraps, canapes, and tea sandwiches. In this section, we will be looking at sandwich bases and filling ingredients. Some suitable types of bases used to prepare cold sandwiches include roll, example, hamburger, hot dog, and long rolls for submarine sandwiches, French or Italian bread and rolls, including sourdough, pita bread, raisin bread, cinnamon roll. Combining ingredients appropriately based on flavor combinations, customer preference, and standardized recipe. The filling is in the heart of the sandwich. Nearly any food can be used to make filling. These may include pork, beef, chicken, seafood, and fish. Here are some tips when making filling. Most meats for sandwiches are pre-cooked, though some are cooked to order. Sliced meats dry out and lose flavor, so avoid slicing further ahead than necessary and keep sliced meat covered or wrapped. Leftovers may be used, but only if they are of good quality and have been properly handled and stored to avoid contamination. Let's review what we have done so far. List 2 types of bases. Hamburger roll, hot dog roll. Identify 3 types of filling. Pork, seafood, and fish. Outline a safety tip when preparing filling. Do not prepare filling too far ahead of time. In this section, we will be looking at safety when handling sandwiches. You must adhere to the following safety measures when handling sandwiches. Because cold sandwiches are subjected to a lot of handling and are not cooked, it is especially important that ingredients be properly refrigerated and protected at all times. Wearing of gloves. Wash hands carefully and thoroughly before beginning work. Ensure bowls are cleaned and sanitized. Ensure utensils and countertops are cleaned and sanitized. Let us review what we have done so far. Why are sandwiches prepared hygienically? Sandwiches are prepared hygienically because they are handled a lot and the little preparation time. The importance of wearing gloves. It is important to wear gloves because of the handling of the sandwich. In this section, we will be looking at cutting sandwiches and presenting them. When presenting sandwiches, try to cut sandwiches diagonal into halves or quarters. Eye appeal is by appeal. Customers eat with their eyes first, so it is important the sandwich look enticing, appealing, and appetizing. Garnishes. Garnishing is the addition of items to the individual plate, takeaway container, or platter of sandwiches to enhance presentation and make the sandwiches visually more appealing. The role of the garnish is to supplement the sandwiches, not dominate them. For this reason, less is more. Remember, 2 standard requirements are that all garnishes should be edible and be of high quality. Let us review what we have done so far. How are sandwiches cut? Sandwiches are cut diagonally in 2 halves or in quarters. Identify 2 guidelines when garnishing sandwiches. new guidelines are less is more and garnishes must be edible. In this section, we will be looking at storage of sandwiches. The following practices must be employed when storing sandwiches. Cover sandwiches prepared for later use. Plastic wrap is suitable. This helps keep the sandwiches fresh and protects against contamination. Avoid keeping made sandwiches for longer than 24 hours. This is a quality issue rather than a food safety issue. Place sandwiches above any raw foods such as meat, fish, or chicken in the cool room to avoid the cross-contamination issue caused by blood or juice dripping onto sandwiches. This means they must be stored out of the danger zone at or below 5 degrees Celsius. Sandwich fillings should be covered and stored at 4 degrees Celsius or below. Let us review what we have done so far. Explain the temperature at which cold sandwiches are stored. Cold sandwiches are stored at 5 degrees Celsius or below. Thank you for watching this video on cold sandwiches. I do hope you have gathered enough information for your practical class.